Oh, you want Hare Krishna or Munindra Vrindavan detail?
Oh, no, it's take Hare Katha now, about 8:30.
Hare Katha.
Oh, Hare Katha?
Yes,
They
please.
came to see you. I'm just visiting also.
Both, you and me also.
Om Agnyatamanandasya Gyananjana Salakai Chaksuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhastam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swakadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Tapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sahagrajatam Sahagina Raghunatam
Oh yeah, your baby. It's coming, yeah?
Sadvadhutam Prijana Sadatam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Kadam Sahagana Galita Sri Vishakavitam Jai He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namoshkite Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakopra Turyascha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Bhavebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Tesam Satyam Saram Vajitam Satyam Vedam Sudhi Yogam Tam Yena Mamapayam. Let me first offer my respectful obeisances on the lotus feet of my spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Secondly, offer my same Dandavat pranams on the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Hare Bol. Thirdly, let me offer my respectful obeisances on all the Vaishnava and Vaishnavi devotees that are here tonight, coming to hear the Transcendental Katha from Sripad Bhaktivedanta Ban Maharaj. So we're all excited to hear. So I'll only say a few words. I wasn't expecting to speak. Most of you I don't know, although I was here preaching for so many years. Yeah, we can see that there's a whole new generation. Ashram Maharaj ki. Leelanath ki. So I'll turn the mic over to Ashram.
Your turn now.
So it's standing room only, so this is how it should be for Krishna Katha.
Yes.
So
I'm leaving for
actually,
you, okay? So if you
we're all fortunate. And what is that fortune? That in this particular time, at this particular junction, in the universe, in transcendental time. We are so close to the munificent avatar of Krishna, his most munificent, wonderful Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And it's in the day of Brahma that Lord Chaitanya comes to give what no other avatar has ever given. No other incarnation of Krishna has ever given. And what is that? That is Radhadasya. This transcendental service in the mood of the Brajavasis of Braja. And this is what our Srila Gurudev came to teach. When we were new devotees, those of us who were in our 60s or 70s or later, so there's a few of us here. Radhashyam, he must be here. Okay. So when Prabhupada was here, he could not, Leelanath also, he could not give all the different things that he wanted to give. So he put it in his books. Why? Because we didn't even know how to eat with our right hand. We didn't know how to pass through our left hand. We didn't know anything. We didn't know who Krishna was. We didn't know all what we came to do. Prabhupada came. So many people used to think, oh, because of my karma, I came in contact with this devotee. Prabhupada would tell me, I have created your good fortune. So Prabhupada has created our good fortune that we were able to come and hear Hari Katha, take the transcendental name, and gradually start realizing what mercy is being distributed by the Supreme Lord through his most munificent gurus. The mercy incarnations from the Supreme Lord is being distributed from the advanced devotees. And bhakti is coming from those devotees. How do you get bhakti? Read Madhurya Kamini, which is the newest book that you see Gurudev come out. Where does bhakti come from? It's not by study, it's not by jnana, it's not by yoga, it's not by tapasya. It's coming from the heart of the bhakta who, by their mercy, they're giving it to you. By their mercy, they give it to you, and by that mercy, somehow or other, even though we're unqualified, we come to the platform of understanding something, Torah, little about faith, a little about Shraddha, a little about God, and gradually building upon that, chanting the holy name, taking the association of devotees, taking prasad. Gradually, we're supposed to elevate ourselves. Gurudev used to tell me, and we were talking about the college, he didn't want anyone to stay on the same level. It's not like we should be kindergarten for the rest of our life. We should matriculate. We should go from kindergarten to first grade, second grade, third grade, and up there. So these books that Srila Gurudev gave, I remember we were talking in Italy, and he was sitting on the bed with a little wooden thing, perhaps Van Rajan Ashram has seen. He would translate on the bed with a little wooden kind of table. And he was crying as he was giving his purports. No one else was there. Madhu Maharaj was there, but he was busy. But he was crying as he was giving these purports. And so when we asked him, these books that Srila Gurudev has written, these books that Srila Prabhupada has written, these books translated coming down from the six Goswamis, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta, all these things are jewels. They're meant to increase our faith. They're meant to transport us back to the spiritual world. So we have to become appreciative of the opportunity that's given to us to take sadhu sangha, to listen very intently, to make a vow to ourselves that we're going to be serious in chanting the holy name. We're going to be serious in trying to serve Guru and devotees. That somehow in this lifetime, let us make some advancement. We may not be very advanced. We may not be very even serious, because so many people worry, what is my job? What is this? What is my family? Who's getting married? All these different things, material life. But we should understand what jewel has been given to us. We are very fortunate. Out of many millions upon millions of people, only a few thousand people have been given this opportunity of actually hearing from a pure devotee about this Radha-dasya. And now it's being carried on by the advanced devotees that some are in this room that are preaching, that are trying to give everyone. So we should be sincere about the blood that Srila Prabhupada, the blood that Srila Gurudev gave to us in their own blood in translating these transcendental literatures, and at least read them and try to implement them in our life. The last time I saw Srila Gurudev, he was speaking in Orlando to me. And he gave me a blessing, which I won't go into. But he told me, he said, you should study the lives of these great Vaishnavas. You should study them and then implement them into your life like I have done in mine. So in this way, all these transcendental servants of Radha Krishna coming in our Guru Sampradaya, it's not just some fabricated thing of trying to trying to become glorified, trying to become a high. They're giving their lives to give us the opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. After millions and billions and trillions of births in this material world, having to buy and reborn, all sorts of different species of life, we are in this life given this opportunity. So my only beseech you, for now there's so many advanced devotees I should get off, but I beseech you that somehow take this seriously. In this lifetime, take this seriously, read, chant, serve the Vaishnavas, pray to Radha and Krishna that somehow or other that they may attract your heart and that you may not stray. That let them have the mercy and stand under the coattails of the lotus feet of our Srila Gurudev, our Srila Prabhupada, and our Vaishnava Sampradaya. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
It's too close.
Om Jnana Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Militam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Go Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
First of all, I offer my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my divine Diksha Guru Om Vishnu Pada Stotra Sata Shishma Srila Gaura Govinda Goswami Maharaj. Again, I offer my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my sannyasa and Shiksha Guru Om Vishnu Pada Stotra Sata Shishma Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. And I offer my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Param Guru Devs Nitya Leela Vishnu Om Vishnu Pada Asto Tarasata Shishman Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Nitya Leela Vishnu Om Vishnu Pada Asto Tarasata Shishman Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesha Vishnu. I offer my most respectful obeisances unto all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis headed by Pujapad Mahaburi Prabhu and Pujapad Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. So, any other Prabhupada disciples here? Where's Radha? Radhe Radhe.
Radhe.
And I offer my most respectful obeisances unto Pujapad Radhashyam Prabhu. Leelanath?
Krishna Martyr as well.
Leelanath is Prabhupada disciple?
Yeah.
Leelanath? You're a Prabhupada disciple?
I was a disciple back.
When you took initiation?
1972.
1972. Baba, no time to play anymore. Wow. 1972. Any other Prabhupada disciples?
Krishna Martyr.
Krishna Mat, did you? Huh?
By letter in 77.
In 77.
3 months before
Still counts.
and
Okay.
I can't see
Still
them.
counts.
So,
All my body trembled when I tell the history, the story.
yeah,
But by letter.
even now.
I give it donation.
So,
He from Venezuela, straight India, a Vrindavan. And 2 months later, it's
okay.
with me.
So, we're in the association of very fortunate souls who have received mercy of great Mahabhagavats. So yesterday, discussion was on Madhurya Kandalbini. you were discussing, and also we were discussing yesterday, Madhurya Kandamini.
We give classes after family night, every Monday and Thursday night, 8:30 from the East Coast time. We go from 8:30 to 10, we have about 50 people, students who are reading Madhurya Kandamini
Well, on the phone.
on the phone.
Okay.
Free, doesn't cost us.
Good. Who's doing that?
Unfortunately, I'm doing it.
You doing it? Oh, so this is not the one with Bhumi Pati and...
No, this is separate. They're not reading Madhurya Kandamini, they have a separate phone. So they finish when I start.
Okay. So, Pujapad Ram Maharaj, he was describing yesterday how Madhurya Kandamini is so important for the devotee who wants to make advancement in spiritual life. Madhurya Kandamini, he said, and Sri Bhajan Rahasya, these two books. These two books very clearly delineate the different stages of bhakti: Adoshraha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana Kriya, Anata Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, and Prem. I think most of you are aware of these different stages. And Maharaj said one very interesting thing. He said that we have these stages, Shraddha. That, do we really know what is Shraddha? Then he quoted the verse, Shraddha, Shabde Vishwas Kahe, Surida Nishchoy, Krishna Bhakti Kole Sava, Kama Krita Hoy, Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kahe. That what is Shraddha? What is faith? Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kahe, that one who has Nishchoy, very firm determination, that I do not have to depend on the path of karma, fruitive work, gyan, knowledge, which leads to impersonal liberation, or even just acquiring gyan, mystic yoga, any other thing. I don't need any of these things. I just have to focus myself on bhakti. Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kohe, Sudhida Nishchoy, Krishna Bhakti Kole Sava. That by this determination will come a practical application. Anya Bilasita Sunyam, Jnana Kamadi Anavritam, Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam. Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam means that we have made a determination that I want bhakti. But now we have to have the practical endeavors of the body, of the mind, moods. So when one is engaged in this way, with strong determination, this is Shraddha. We may have now Shraddha Abbas, a semblance of Shraddha. But Shraddha itself is not a small thing. So Maharaji was saying that when we read Madhurya Kandamini, that we see these different stages. And in one life, we may deal with Shraddha. And then the next life, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, he went like this. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very interesting. Because we come to the path of devotional service, at least myself, and we've been trained that we want to achieve love of God in this life. Okay? But to achieve that love of God in this life is not a cheap thing. And Maharaj was bringing us down to a reality that it may be that it may take one lifetime to just achieve real Shraddha. And in this one lifetime, we may not even get to Shraddha. We may not even get there. Not Shraddha Bas, but Shraddha. Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kohe, Sudhida Nishchoy. Very strong, unflinching determination. Krishna Bhakti Kole Sava. That Kole Sava, that all I have to do is Krishna Bhakti. Nothing else to be done. This is Shraddha. Not just the words, not just the thought, but the practical application. So I remember 1995, February 1995, in Mayapur. I was there with my Diksha Guru on Vishnu Padastotala Satashishma Shilagog of the Maharaj. And he was speaking on Madhur Kandambini. This was back then. And then he asked a rhetorical question. He said, what is the difference? Or what will make one be able to go through these stages of anatta nivritti? Or anishtita bhakti, which means adosha sadhu sangha bhajana kriya nishta. That what will be the difference between one taking many lifetimes or one going through very quickly? Very important. Because as Prabhu has said, should we be satisfied to just stay on one level? Maharaj also said the same thing yesterday. Should we be satisfied to stay in just one level?
No.
Our whole life, just like that, not moving? No. So he said, what is the difference? What will be the thing that will really impact us to move on? He said, sadhu sangha. He said, depending on the quality of sadhu sangha that one takes with open heart, there must be saralata. Saralata, you know what is saral? Saral? You know what is saral? Who said? Oh, she knows. Simplicity. There should be simplicity in the heart. Means that we should not be one thing outside and nothing inside.
Duplicious.
We should not be duplicitous. We should be open heart. And we present ourselves in front of Sadhu Vaidya, transcendental physician. Means we should do Sadhu Sangha and come and get the operation to remove the anarthas from the heart, to give us that Shakti. Because what is Sadhu carrying? Sadhu's carrying the transcendental potency. This Madhurya Kandambini, this rain cloud of very sweet nectar, which will inspire us, which will enthuse us, which will push us, and by which we will turn away from the anarthas of this material world. Only by Sadhu Sangha. But Sadhu Sangha doesn't mean just to come and associate physically. But Sadhu Sangha means to come with an open heart to receive the operation, the surgery. And then you go and then you take the proper diet. You take the proper medicine. What is the medicine? Enetio Sadimaya, Harinam, Sankirtan. You take the processes of bhakti. Shravnam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Bandham, Dasam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam, hearing, chanting, remembering the lotus feet of the Lord, serving the Padasevanam, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, means going on parikrama. If not physically, at least mentally, going on parikrama. Archanam, worshipping the deity, Vandhanam, offering prayers, becoming a friend, a servant, and offering one's heart. Near aparad nam lole, Tarmadje, Savashrest, what? Harinam Sankirtan. Amongst these 9, in fact, amongst the 64 limbs of bhakti, that everything will be contained within the 9 I've just mentioned. And within Nam Sankirtan, all 64 limbs are there. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come? He was quoting the verse yesterday. Anna pita chirinchirat, karunaya vitana kalo, samapaitam unoto jwalarasa swabhaktisriyam. That samapaitam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give. He's saying, Radha Dasyam, this very, very high thing. Let us just get Shraddha. Let us really just get Shraddha first. Our goal is Radha Dasyam. But let us get Shraddha. But for that, we have to make some concerted effort. Another verse, very beautiful verse, Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj will quote, which is along the line of Anapita Chirimcharaj. Chiradatam Nijagupta Vitam Swaprema Namamrita Atyodara Apamarayo Vitatara Gora Krishno Janabhyas Tamaham Papade Chiradatam. After a very long time, Maharaj explained 1,000 Divya Yugas, cycles of the 4 Yugas, which means 8,630,000,000 years. 8,630,000,000 years. That Krishna comes and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. Chirada Datam Nija Gupta Vitam. And then he's coming and he's giving that which is Gupta, hidden. His most priceless treasure from Goloka Vrindavan. What is that? Golokera Premadan?
Harinam Sankirtan.
Harinam Sankirtan. Chirada Datam Nija Gupta Vitam. Swaprema Namamrita. Through Nam Sankirtan, he's giving Swaprem. What is his own? That which is most dear to him. In his heart. What potency, what Shakti is most dear to Krishna? Swaprem. Ladini Shakti. And when that Ladini Shakti takes a form, that Ladini Shakti is Radharani. So he's giving the beauty of the love of Shrimati Radharani. Swaprema, Nam Amrita, through the nectar of Harinam Sankirtan. But how he's giving? Ati Udara. Udara means that he's very, you're Hindi speaking. Munificent, magnanimous. Udara. But Ati Udara means he's extremely magnanimous. Mahaprabhu. Apamara. That those who are very, very fallen, who have performed all sinful activities, who have no good birth, like Maharaj, he's Brahmin family, his whole life, just chanting Hare Krishna, from birth, from the womb. Inside the womb, he's chanting. His uncle is a great learned scholar, devotee, not just a scholar, but learned devotee scholar. So respected throughout Navadvip. It's okay? Tirada Datam Nijagupta Vitam. So Premanamita Apamara. But we don't have such qualification. Where were you born?
Modesto, California.
California. Miami. Cuba. Where were you born? Miami. Huh? We're born far away from the Holy Dham. Far away from Chaitanya. Apamara. And not only have we been born in this faraway place, but what were activities growing up, we don't want to speak. Huh? But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's come. And he's come with his, what? Unprecedented deluge of mercy, flood of mercy. But only one thing is required. What is it? Sorrow. Simplicity. Give up duplicity. Open the hearts and receive the mercy, and then make some active endeavor. Anushilanam. This Anushilanam must be done under the mercy of sadhus. So Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, he would say that I only have one prayer. What is that prayer? That I always have good sadhu sangha. Only this prayer. Because with this, everything will come. So we should pray for that. And we should actively engage in bhakti. And to our ability, try and go krame. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishna Kaviraj Goswami, he says that the Kanishta Bhakta, the neophyte devotee, that step by step, then they can come gradually to Madhyam and then to Uttam. Krame krame. But we have to make a determined effort. That we've been, myself, 40 years. You now, half a century. 50 years chanting, right? 50 years in this life. So, we should look in our hearts. This Madhya Kandambini. Look in the heart and see, where am I? Am I free from anarthas? Or are these anarthas so much prevalent? Is my bhakti, is it being practiced in the proper way? Or is it being practiced in a way that I am watering the anarthas rather than watering the bhakti lata bij? Bhakti uttanata, sukrita uttanata, duskrita. Everything is explained. And then we have to apply. Radhe, 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 Radhe. This will not do. Going out, yes, I'm going preaching. I'm going to save the conditioned soul. Save yourselves first. We should save ourselves. Of course, preaching is part of the process. But if we go out and preach and we're not doing any sadhana, then what are we? We're cheaters, pretenders, duplicitous. Call it what it is. That one who practices, or one who preaches, but does not practice, then I think Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj said this is just on the platform of like karma. Not coming to bhakti. Some sukriti, something will come, but really,
Material.
bhakti will not come.
Cheated.
Bhakti uttanata. When we read Madhya Kandambini, we'll see that when I'm skipping over stages, but this has come to me, that when we're practicing devotion service, Guru, sadhus, they give the Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed of devotion. That seed, when Brahmande Brahmite Kun Bhagavan Jiv, Guru Krishna Prasadi Bhai Bhakti Lata Bij. After millions of lives, we get the seed of devotion. And then this seed of devotion is watered by hearing and chanting. But especially in the beginning, it is not our hearing and chanting which will be most beneficial. It is hearing from sadhus, getting that water, which is complete, depending, one time, Srila Gurudev, Srila Narayan Maharaj, he was speaking on Rup Shiksha, on this verse. And he was explaining that depending on the quality of water that you get, to water your seed and water your creeper, that this, your plant, that this will determine how strong, how nicely, how luscious that green plant will be. So very, very important. That yes, we should also do our hearing chanting, obviously, because without that, then even if we go and we hear from sadhus, even though it is said that just go and hear, like Parikshit Maharaj, he heard from Shukadeva Goswami, just go and hear and everything. But the import is that by hearing, one will become inspired that let me follow the process. Let me also chant. So as this creeper is coming up, then if we perform our bhakti in a lackadaisical way, in a duplicitous way, in a way which is not focused, then what happens is that this I heard from Srila Narayan Maharaj, that along with the creeper will come another offshoot growing. It's not an anartha that is around, the different anarthas, which are weeds, which are around. But this is coming and growing with the Bhakti Lata Bij. And we're thinking that, that the different things that we're getting, name, fame, prestige, position, all these things, that this is coming by our bhakti. But actually it's coming because we're performing bhakti in a non-focused way, in not the proper way. And what happens is that another thing comes up. And then we start to give more focus to that, rather than the Bhakti Lata Bij. The creeper may be very, very small. And then that other thing which is coming, not a weed around, but coming in the same stem, it grows up very strong. And we're thinking, oh, my devotional creeper is very good. Bhakti Uta Anatta. You read, Madhur Kandapi. Okay. So, this is why we're not advancing. Because we're not taking the process of bhakti seriously. It is the most important thing that has come to us in our whole sojourn in this material existence. And it is the most important thing that will ever come to us. Nothing even comes close. So when we start to water something else, that, oh, yes, we're going to preach and say the fallen condition, so it's a good sentiment. But if you are not focused in your own execution of bhakti, what you're doing is you're watering this anatta, which is growing very, very strong, and then it will choke that creeper or that seed, which may not have even fructified. You have get the Bhakti Lata Bij, but Bhakti Lata Bij, the creeper may not even come up, but this weed which is attached comes up very strong. And we think that we're very big devotees. I am Ashram Maharaj. I am traveling everywhere. I am preaching. Everybody loves me. Bogus. If we're not engaged in proper. So, yes, be enthusiastic. But the first thing is be enthusiastic how you do your bhakti. In Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 41st verse. Vyavasayatmika buddhir eke ha kurunandana bahu shaka hinantashta. Anybody? So listen, so all of you know Radhe, but you don't know 241. Everybody should learn Bhagavad Gita. Learn Bhagavad Gita. This verse, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada, he said that when he learned the commentary, read of Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, that inspired him and gave him the strength to come to the West and preach. Says those who are in this path are one-pointed. They're focused. That those who are many-branched, irresolute, then the determination to engage in bhakti, it does not come. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, he said that the moon may not come up, the sun may not come up. He said, but my determination to follow the order of Guru, especially in executing sadhana bhakti that he has given me, I will never give that up. That better I die than give this up. So Prabhupada said that this verse, this inspired him to come. Srila Prabhupada, one story, Maharaj, sorry, I'll stop. One story, pastime Leela, that there was one devotee, he was in a place called Shantipur. Shantipur is like about an hour drive from Mayapur, Navadvipa. And he would see one sadhu. Oh, I got this from you. Okay. He would see one sadhu, Grihasta, one babu. He would go there and he would just chant and he would just cry and chant and cry and cry and cry. Just all day. And then after a month he would come back and he would just chant and cry, chant and cry. And then after some years he saw one Back to Godhead magazine, is it? And in it he saw Prabhupada's picture. And he said, hey, there's that babu who was crying, coming and crying. Sadhana bhakti. By Prabhupada's sadhana bhakti, then he had the mercy from the whole Guru Parampara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to come and to preach. This is preaching. What Srila Vishnu, Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada said, Pran Hetu, what's it? Pranata Hetu, say Hetu Pracha. Pran, one who has life. What is life? One who has got Radha Krishna sleeping in his heart. One who's awoken love of God. Pran Hetu, Hetu Pracha. That person can preach. That person can preach. Otherwise, we should know that we're assisting the preachers. We're assistants of the preachers. And our duty as assistants of the preachers is that we should also be very careful to take care of our garden. That Guru is giving Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed of devotion. And giving this seed of devotion, he's saying that yes, you should be a gardener. Guru's the gardener?
No, yes.
Guru's the gardener, right? Guru's the gardener? No! We're the gardener. We're the gardener. It is our responsibility to take care of our Bhakti Lata Bij. And it is the most important responsibility that we have. Then you can preach. Otherwise, bogus. Otherwise, bogus. In the beginning, we may do something. And we encourage, but you just look at history of Vaishnava institutions where they have put emphasis on preaching and not a balance of doing your sadhana. What has happened?
Corruption.
We cannot even talk. Corruption, sex scandals of the highest order, all most horrible things, most hypocritical, duplicitous, despicable things happen in the name of preaching without properly doing the sadhana. What I'm saying is 150%. 150%. I'm not saying don't preach. Preach. But know that you have responsibility to take care of yourself. There's spiritual selfishness. And what is that? Take care of yourself. Spiritually. And then you can help others. This is Madhura Kandambini. You look and you read this book. And then you see when the notches are shown. And then you see, oh my God, that's me. And that's me. And that's me. And that's me. And then you have to do something about it. But I have no strength. I have no strength to do anything. That's when we need sadhu sangha. When we realize that, oh, I have work to do, but I haven't got the utensils, the apparatus, I haven't got the strength, then sadhu sangha comes and gives the strength. But then, if sadhu sangha comes and gives strength and then we don't take advantage, then how unfortunate are we? Durbhagya. One time Srila Gaurav Maharaj, he was one last lectures with me. He said, you're Durbhagya. He was just like it. He said, you're Durbhagya. He said, I'm trying to give you mercy, but you will not take it. You're Durbhagya, fallen. I always used to hide behind so that I wouldn't get the... And one day I ended up in the front, and he just laid into me. And even so many years later, I'm just saying, I am Durbhagya. I am Durbhagya. So, sadhus make those who are unfortunate, they make us fortunate. But we have to cry for it. We have to cry for it, and then we have to make endeavor. If the life is so comfortable, you cannot cry. Life is so comfortable, how can you cry? So we have to pray, please put me in a situation where I can cry. Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga Dan, Bhakti Yoga Krishna Smarnam, Krandanam. What is the wealth of bhakti? Is remember Krishna and cry. So Madhura Kandambini is bringing us to this point. How we can remember Krishna and cry. And by mercy of sadhus, like Pujapad Van Maharaj, I am not saying that he is this level, that level. I don't know. I'm a blind person. But you know that you come and you hear from him, that you go away with something good. But take that and then put that in the heart and then apply it and make that practically the only thing in your life. Then we can start to make advancement bhakti. My last thing, when Srila Gaurav Maharaj, he would give initiation. He would say, he take the beads. I still have a picture of my initiation. And he say, I am giving you Krishna. Take care very carefully. I am giving you Krishna. Take very careful care. And do not spoil the situation. Most important thing, he said, is that we should always remember every day to chant in a focused way our rounds. In the beginning, we may not be so focused, okay, but then after some time, then we should chant in a focused way and increase step by step. Krame krame teno bhakta, hoibe uttama, and gradually we will come to that platform of really be able to do seva, service. Vanchakalpa Trubhishja Kripa Nam
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikavai Tadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kancana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Vrinda Tulasi Devai Priya Vai Kesavasya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Sattvatai Namo Namaha Bhakta Vihina Aparadha Lakshai Khiptascha Kamadi Tarangamadhai Kripa Maitvam Saranam Pravanam Brinde Namaste Charanara Brindam Brinde Namaste Charanara Brindam Brinde Namaste Charanara Brindam Bhajami Radham Aravinda Mitram Smarami Radham Madhura Shmitasham Vadami Radham Karuna Varadra Tato Mama Naste Gatir Nakapi Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare First of all, I offer my humble, respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Gurupad Padma Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhavaman Goswami Maharaj and Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Sri Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble Respectful Dandavat Pranam, Lotus feet of Nitya Lila, Pravishnu Vishnu Pad, Ashtutara Sumad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Govinda Goswami Maharaj, and Apujya Jalan Ashram Maharaj, and also Mahavadi Prabhu, and all the Rishabh Maharaj, and all senior devotees, and all Vaishnavis and present all of my respectful guests. Time is almost over. Just I want to speak few words to purification my tongue. Yesterday, I also told Chakravarti Thakur. Maharaj also very nicely and briefly explained about Madhurya Kadambini Grantha.
You can speak until you are satisfied.
Yes, please.
What's today? Today is
Sunday. Last night.
Last
The
night.
last program, Maharaj, we're here for you.
Fully.
Please go to
Midnight, no problem.
no
It's here
problem.
for us.
We're here to hear you.
In Madhurya Kadambini Grantha, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad explained how an ordinary sadhak, step by step, to attain his highest perfection goal. Our aim and object not to attain to Krishna. Our aim and object attain to Krishna Bhakti. You understand? Not Krishna. Krishna Prem. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad explains how to attain Krishna Prema. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad quoted one verse, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Yadu Shraddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anarthamriti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, and Prema. Then Prema Dasa has another also perfection stages, basically in Golo Vrindavan. That is called Sneha, Man, Pranay, Raj, Mira, Bhav, Mahabhav, Rura, Udhirura, Mohan, and Madanakha Mahabhav. And Srimati Radhika, she is called the embodiment of Madanakha Mahabhav. Very high stage. Yes. But we have to enter the first stage, Adu Shraddha. Adu means in the beginning, have to get Shraddha. Shraddha means faith, not faith. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad explains, no, Adu Sadhasana. Yeah? Because Srinadas Kaviraj Goswami very clearly explained, Krishna Bhakti Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sangha. The root cause of Krishna Bhakti, that is called the association of sadhu. Without the association of sadhu, any method, you cannot to enter in bhakti. So need sadhu sangha. Yesterday I told there are two kinds of shraddha. One is called Lokiki Shraddha. Loki means worldly faith. That is called Lokiki Shraddha. Oh, he is old man, and he speaks very nicely, and his behavior is good. Then we also some faith come. Yeah? That is called the actual, that is called worldly faith. And another is called Paramarthiki Shraddha, spiritual faith. Spiritual faith will come when you listen Hari Katha and enter in Tattva Siddhanta. Understand? How to enter in Siddhanta, conclusion of the scriptures. Then you slowly faith. That's called Paramarthiki Shraddha. Then Paramarthiki Shraddha, another Shraddha will come, that is called Atantiki Shraddha. And you read Madhurya Kadambini, very clearly explain different types of Shraddha. Atantiki Shraddha, that's very important. That is called that if my body cut in pieces, I will never give up Guru and Satya. खंड खंड হয় যদি দেহ মোর প্রাণ তথাপি বদনে না ছাড়িব হরিনাম. And Haridas Thakur told, if my body cut in pieces, I will not give up Harinam. That is what the authentic is Shraddha. Bhajan Rasa Srila Gurudev very nicely explaining these things also. But now coming this, I told also, Matthew Jagadmani explained, the Adu in the beginning, what in it? Sadhu Sangha. But how we get the assistance sadhu? Then also again explain. Bhaktistu bhadbhakta sangena parijayate satsanga prapate punbhi sukriti purva sanchitai. Very bhakti subodai. What is this? When our sukriti will be matured and accumulated, then we will get the assistance sadhu. And with the assistance sadhu, then bhakti devi will manifest in our heart. जो भक्तिस्तु भगवत संगेन परिजायते सत्संग प्राप्ते पुंभि सुकृति पूर्व संचिते. Sukriti means that's called spiritual pious activities. The spiritual pious activities also again two types. Right? Madhya very clearly in first chapter explain about Shraddha. Spiritual pious activity. One is called Gyata Sukriti, another is called Agyata Sukriti. Agyata means unknowingly. You don't know who is sadhu. You don't know the glories of Tulasi. You don't know glories of Ganga, Tulasi. But accidentally, you offering water Tulasi. You don't know he is sadhu or not. Kaliju, how do you know he is sadhu? Taking the red cloth sannyas, this is not the sadhu. Ravana also, you know Ravana? You heard Ravana? Ramayana. Ravana, he also took sannyas, Tridandi sannyas. Bhikshang dehi, Bhikshang dehi. He came in the cottage of Sita Devi. Then he kidnapped Sita Devi. So that means taking the cloth, red cloth or saffron cloth or white cloth, this is the symptom of sadhu or sannyas. You understand? Understand my language? Sadhu is what? Now coming in this way. Sadhu sannyas. That means I tell you, want to say, you don't know he is sadhu or not. Maybe not. You don't know who is sadhu. Just when I came in this time in USA, in the immigration, and with the immigration, so much impressed with my cloth. Oh, your cloth is very sweet, very nice. Honestly. Yes, and this. Then again, what are you, Buddhist or this? No, have you heard? Yes, I heard from my friends, you know. Understand? Then talking with me many things also. So sweet. Actually, he did not know who am I. Just I give an example. In the same way, you don't know he is sadhu or asadhu. But he is sadhu, then you pay your obeisances. Just pay your obeisance, something like this. This is also creating the Sukriti. That is called unknowingly Sukriti. You don't know the glories of Tulasi. In your garden, many flowers plant. But every day you are giving water in the plants, and flower plants. Flowers. But accidentally, one Tulasi plant has come, also giving the water in there. Offering water Tulasi, this is also bhakti. You don't know the glories of Thakurji. but if sometimes accidentally you also offering the ghee lamps of Thakurji. Jivka Saipad, Bhakti Sandarbha, very clearly explain these things also. Once, one Pujari, he worshipped Thakurji, then he left the ghee lamp inside the temple. In the meantime, one mouse came, rat. Rat caught the ghee lamp. Then flame coming up, and that the ghee was stuck in his sharp teeth. He could not throw. Then his mouth completely was burned and rolling in front of the Thakurji with ghee. Look, our conception, Lord's conception, Lord is thinking, oh, he is doing Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Jugal Milan Arati Karan. Offering the ghee lamps Arati to Thakurji, that fruits he got. When he left the body, mouse, then his Atma, soul, to work in princess, Rajkumari. Where he was, mouse, and now
Prince.
princess. Look, I am not saying this story. Bhakti Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami Pad, what is this book also, and this story also. Then from the small baby, from her previous sanskar, past impressions, automatically what? Doing this. Then from her birth, she also taking one ghee lamps and offering ghee lamps. No one teach to her to offering ghee lamps. Now this baby also. What is her name? Small baby. What is spontaneous coming, sitting on the lap, sitting, touching the feet, paying obeisance. Why this is coming? Must be previous life. That sanskar, impressions. Actually, two kinds of impressions. One is called Praktani sanskar, and another is called Adhuniki sanskar. All things you read, Bhakti Madhurya Kadambini, because they very clearly explain one by one, step by step. Present impressions. This life, what you are doing, that is what impressed your heart. That is called Adhuniki sanskar. Sanskrit what? What did he say? Adhuniki sanskar. Adhuniki, this life. This life, what you are doing? That is impressed in your heart, in your mind. Our Praktani sanskar, that is Praktani past life. You did something. That is very quickly. Develop your sadhana. One person, maybe 50 years chanting holy name, but same darkness. Jaitimire, Saitimire. And Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada used this word. Jaitimire, Saitimire. Timire means same dark, not developed. And one person chanting holy name, very quick, developing, entering in Tattva Siddhanta, performing bhajan and sadhan, every day chanting, and 64 rounds holy names, and very humble. So why? Because previous life he did bhajan and sadhan. This is the symptom. You cannot say, oh, he is coming, how possible? I am chanting many years, still I did not get, still I not received any Diksha mantra. Are you? Huh? How possible? I sometimes also glorify the Guru Guru Maharaj. How many months he received Diksha mantra and how many years he received sannyas? Why? Maharaj, he knows better than me. By heart from his disciples. And Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he gave him sannyas very quick. Understand? So why?
I was there.
You are there. This is true. Because this is the previous past impression, very that's Sanskrit word, that's called Praktaniki sanskar. So you remember two kinds of impressions. One is called Adhuniki sanskar. And this life you are practicing bhajan and sadhana. That's what impressed me. At past life you did. They are very deep properly. So Jiva Goswami Pad explained these things. And unknowingly, if you offering water, tulasi, or offering ghee lamps to Thakurji, Arti, also gets result. So for this regard, this is bhakti tu bhakti sangana parijate satsanga prapate kumbi sukriti purva sanchite. So the purva sanchita means previous life, and that types of sukriti mature and accumulate. Very quickly you get the association with sadhu. But here the sadhu sanga different kinds of level also sadhu. Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu, very nicely explained also these things. Sadhu also different kinds of sadhu, not all sadhu are same. Some Kanishta sadhu, some Madhyamadhikari sadhu. Kanishta sadhu means neophyte devotee, he also sadhu. Kanishta adhikari. Then Madhyamadhikari sadhu, Madhyamadhikari Vaishnava, intermediate devotees. Then Uttam Adhikari sadhu, high class, exalted, elevated Vaishnava. Uttam Adhikari Mahabhagavatas. Even all these three types of sadhu, again three
Initially.
Division.
Kanishta, Madhyam, Kanishta, Uttam. Madhyam, Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam. Well, Uttam, Kanishta, Uttam, Madhyam, Uttam Mahabhagavatas. Madhurya Kadambini. Again and I repeat this one. Read the Bhajan Rashtra and Madhurya combine these two granthas. You read Madhurya Kadambini Grantha and Bhajan Rashtra. Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad Madhurya Kadambini, Bhajan Rashtra, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Grantha and Gurudev commentary. Both granthas Gurudev commentary. You read. But all you are thinking, how you get high class, exalted Uttam Mahabhagavad Sadhu Sangha. This is true. But how will get you? If your Sukriti is not mature and accumulated, you cannot get. Narottam Das Thakur very humble explained. Jahar Dura Darsane I say Krishna Prem. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was in this material world and he distributed this prem to everybody indiscriminately. Yesterday I told Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did not discriminate who is qualified or is unqualified. Jare dekhe tare then prem bilaiya. One who comes in front of me, he take this. Even left Navadip Dham, Mahaprabhu thinking, oh, now we are preaching Mayavadi philosophy. Sarva Bhattacharya is actual incarnation of Guru of demigod, heaven. Doing this Leela. So Mahaprabhu is saying, oh, you born in Navadip Dham, or now I am in Navadip Dham, you left me, you don't want to receive my prayer, my mercy. You left Navadip Dham, are going to Jagannath Puri. Okay, I am going. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas and also arrived in where? You read it. Sarva Bhattacharya when did this stop stuti? When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated him, all can cut all the Mayavad Sankar philosophy. Then Sarva Bhattacharya completely, absolutely surrendered to the spirit of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Sarva Bhattacharya, he also recited many stops with him. Vairagya Vidyan, Bhakti Yoga. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself told, Hey Sarvabhauma, I have come in Jagannath Puri for you. Look. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, look, Sarvabhauma, who am I? Sarvabhuj Darshan, 6 hands. And very nice, beautiful Krishna form, Ram form. And also, then sannyas. I am same. I am same Krishna, I am same Ram Chandra in Tirtha. I am same Krishna in the Dapar Ju. Or now I am same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am sannyas. Look this. So that means you are saying this. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in Chaitanya Chaitamrita Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and 6 persons, they don't want to receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chasing them today and grab and by force they pay. So Narottam Das Thakur explains, Jahar Dura Darsane Aise Krishna Prem. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preaching Nam Sankirtan in South India, the Khandis just the taking darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everybody had complete Lord intoxicated divine love, prema, complete Lord flooded, Krishna prema. So Narottam Das Thakur, he also quoted this verse. Why did not I take birth in that time, at the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Many also just want to do, I don't know Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some devotee also explained. When I used to go Fiji, one devotee told me. Prabhupada Swami Maharaj, he was staying in his house 2 months, 3 months. But he did not receive Diksha from mantra from him. He told me. But Prabhupada, Gurudev, he was staying in my house 2 months, 3 months. What is his name? Fiji too. Jagannath. You ask me. But he said, okay, I'm businessman. Later. He sometimes also says, later. He then, but when he left, that time he thinking. Then he took Diksha from another, I not mention the name, one ISKCON Guru. I don't know he fell down or not. Then he left him, then he took shelter, completely took shelter to the feet of Srila Gurudev and received Diksha mantra from Srila Gurudev and Goswami. You ask to him, he said. So he's saying he's repented. Repented. Je Prabhupada Sangha, he was staying in my house because he was very rich person, wealthy person. Then 2 months, 3 months, he was staying in his house. But why did not receive? Why did not receive Diksha mantra from him? Because Sukriti, lack of Sukriti. So this is saying this way. When a Sukriti be matured and accumulated, then you will get the association of that type of sadhu. This is the process. Madhurji Kadambini explained these things. Understand? He told me, Maharaj, tell to me, what is my fortune? I took Diksha, one Guru, fell down, then another. Why? Then finally, I took Diksha from Gaura Gopal Goswami Maharaj. But after a few months, how many months? Some years. Then he departed. I did not so much assistance. Then Krishna arranged me to get assistance with Srila Gurudev Nand Goswami. Bolo Srila Gurudev ki. Many also devotee you know better than me. Many gurus are why? Why did you get assistance of the bogus persons? Why? You can ask yourself. Then automatically answer will come according your Sukriti. When your Sukriti mature and accurate, then Krishna will arrange. So for this regard all you think, Krishna, you will arrange for me. Now you are very fortunate. Anyhow, you have come in this line of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You are not unfortunate, not durbhagya. You are very fortunate. If I tell then not enthusiastic will come. You are very fortunate because you have come in the line of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It did not go to the line of karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya. Even not, you did not go to where? Mayavadi, impartialist. Aham Brahmasmi. You did not go. Where you have come? Now you have come in this line of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you are very, very fortunate. Attam Sobhagyavan. For this regard you have come. But one thing, don't misuse this opportunity.
Valuable opportunity.
Just Maharaj he told, Guru I am giving to Krishna. Gurudev, he gave you Harinam means is what? Not only Japamala. No, this is the Neem Mala. or Tulasi Mala. Are this is Krishna. Just Maharaj told, I am listening. My Gurudev Bhaman Goswami Maharaj told these things. Don't you think this is the Neem Mala or Tulasi Mala? Are this is transcendental power. Vigraha, transcendental, Sachidananda Vigraha. Huh? You don't think Krishna? Then Sachidananda, Isara Parama Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadiraj Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. In the same way, when Guru offers you Japamala, this one not different from Krishna. Eh? Understand? Understand? That is it. Eh? Radha Krishna. Then 108 Sakhis are there also. Eh? You read the explanation about the Japamala. And 8 Sakhis, Lalita, Visakha, Sudevi, Rangadevi, Tungavitra, 8, then 1 strength in there. Eh? Then another. Maybe also you are inside there. If I tell you, you cannot understand. Eh? You are also there, you are also there, you don't know. And if I tell you, then you confuse. So no need to tell you. Everything no need to tell. Huh? When you will do bhajan and sadhana, you understand. Understand? That means Guru gives Harinam. Not this Tulasi Mala, not the Neem Mala. Eh? This is Krishna, he gives, he offers you Krishna. Krishna prem. Just you chant, then you realize yourself. Eh? You realize, just Maharaj very nicely explained. Eh? You are the gardener. Brahmanda Brahmidikana Bhagavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij, Mali Naiya Se Bij, Kare Aropan. Sravan Kirtan Jale Karva Secha. Guru gives you seed. And you are the gardener. Eh? Understand? That seed you will keep in your house. Eh? Or what is called? Lock. Eh? That will never sprout. You have to put in the soil, ground, and you also give the water. This is your duty. Gurudev, what did you give to me? Nothing. Eh? Eh? Sravan Kirtan Jale Karho Sechan. You listen Hari Katha. You associate with sadhu. Are you not associated with sadhu? You running behind to the Maya. So what Gurudev will do? Eh? Lecture, Guru Govinda Goswami. Very strong. Maharaj also speaking. Same. Eh? Bum, 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 bum. Eh? Maharaj Katha. As like same. Guru Govinda. Bum, 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 bum. Eh? Stupid nonsense. That's it. Huh? You watch the Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj lecture in YouTube or eh? Maharaj very nicely and strong. Sound and cutting. So now coming in this way. Then Sukriti. When our Sukriti is matured and accumulated, then we will get the different sadhu. Then my Gurudev told, this life just to collect sadhu, it's collect Sukriti. Sarv Vaishnava, Sarv Gurudev, Vaishnava Sevan, Guru Sevan. Sarv Guru and Vaishnava, then your Sukriti will be then mature and collect. Then Krishna will arrange for you. Because Krishna, he is our maintainer. And Krishna, he is our many times I show Sarnagati, there are 6 limbs of Sarnagati. Anukulasa Sankalpa, Pratikulasa Varjanam, Rakhisati Visasu Gutite Varanam, Tatha, Atmanikapa Karpanne, Saravidha, Saranagati. Yeah, Guptite Varanam. Eh? Krishna, he is our maintainer. He will arrange everything for you. Just you surrender to Krishna, surrender to Gurudev. Cry for Krishna. No, cry for Gurudev. One life, cry for Gurudev. This is the process. Then Krishna will. Because if you pray to Krishna, Krishna will not listen your prayers. Saranga sarangoti hui vijahar tahara prarthana sune Srinanda Kumar. I am not completely surrendered to Krishna. I will pray to Krishna, Krishna will not listen my prayers. I pray to whom? Who is very close to me. Who is close with me? My wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. No! Who is close, my friend?
Gurudev.
Pray to Gurudev. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, all our Guru Vargas, how they cried for their Gurupada. Huh? Understand? Cry for him. Because he is Gurupada Bhagavan, very close to me. He is my very nearest and dear. Eh? Understand? Then he will pray to Krishna. Eh? Then Krishna will listen his prayer. So now coming this is sadhu sangha, different kinds of level of sadhu also. Eh? Then Kurmi sadhu, Geni sadhu, Jogi sadhu, eh? Bhakta sadhu, different sadhus. But Bhakta sadhu. And he said, just I also coming in this subject, also Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad. And Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu very clearly explained the three high class exalted level of sadhu. That is called Bhagavat Parshad Deha Prakta. First time, what did he say? Remember Sanskrit word. Bhagavat Parshad Deha Prakta. Only that. Eternal associate of Krishna. That type of sadhu. That is called Narad Rishi. Who is that? Narad Rishi. First. Then, understand? If your secret is very strong and mature, then you will get association of sadhu Narad Rishi. Dhruva Maharaj, he got association of Narad Rishi. Prahlad Maharaj, when he was in the womb of his mother, he also got association of Narad Rishi. Yudhishthira Maharaj. Eh? Look, even in Vrindavan Brajvasis, they also got association of Narad Rishi. Then, look this. Bhagavat Parshad, who is the eternal association of Krishna. Bhagavat Parshad. Then, the first level. There they will say, Uttam Mahabhagavat. Then, second, Bhagavat Parshad Shabda. Then, Nirdhuta Kashay. Nirdhuta Kashay means one such completely, absolutely free from all kinds of material desire. That's called Nirdhuta Kashay. As the Sukadeva Goswami Pad. Second level. Sukadeva Goswami Pad. Our aim and object, how to attain these types of sadhu, Narad Rishi, Sukadeva Goswami Pad. That's called Nirdhuta. When Sukadeva Goswami Pad, he born from the womb of his mother. He did not return back. He did not say, who is crying? Jang pravidam vita vetu vitam deivana virhata rajbhava putrit katalma taro vinedum tang sarvabhuto hidam muni mantu asmin. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, Sutta Goswami Pad, he told all his followers, Sanukadi Rishi, hey Sanukadi Rishi, listen, the glory of my Gurudev. Who is my Gurudev? Sukadeva Goswami. Jam Prabhajantam Manupita Apita Kirtan. When my Gurudev Sukadeva Goswami Pad, born from the womb of his mother, no any, what is called Janma Sanskar. You know Janma Sanskar? No birth ceremony, nothing. Just he took birth from the womb of his mother and ran towards the jungle. Then behind his father, Vasudev, crying, Ha putra, ha putra, ha putra, oh my son, oh my son. But Sukadeva Goswami Pad, he did not turn his face. Who is crying for me? No any attachment, nothing. What you say when Sukadeva Goswami Pad just ran on the bank of one, what is called pond, then some ladies, young ladies, they were taking bath without clothes. But they did not feel anything. Sukadeva Goswami Pad, so jumped onto, and when Sukadeva Goswami Pad entered in the forest, just his darshan, taking darshan to Sukadeva Goswami. Everybody's heart completely was intoxicated with the divine love, praying, and their tears rolling down. Prem manifested. Look, taking darshan to Sukadeva, their prem manifested in their heart. So I think in this comment very clearly explained. And jam pravanto monopit abhita kritvam daipano viroha katura ajvavo putre tanmaya taro vinedu tam sarvabhuta hridayam muni manu tosme. My Gurudev, Guru Tattva is called Akhanda Tattva, undivided, who resides in the heart of all the living entities. When you discuss about Guru Tattva, very confident. Gurudev, one book, small book also, Gurudevata Atma, Bhayanadi Abhinivijali, this local explains a complete book. You read also this book. Bhayanadi Ditya Abhinivijali, Sadhu Petrus, Virtue Asmita, Tanmaya Avattam, Gurudevata Atma. Yeah? Gurudev books, Shuranand Goswami, this book you can read. Yeah? So say this. Just taking darshan of Sukadeva Goswami. Prem manifesting in their heart. No bhajan, sadhu, nothing. जहारे देखिए आइले जहारे देखिले ऐसे कृष्ण प्रेम ताके जानियो तुम्हें भागवत प्रधान who is Uttam Bhagavat, just taking his darshan, Krishna praying, manifesting in your heart. Your heart completely melted and tears rolling down. Then you think he is Uttam Bhagavat. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains. Jahar darshane hoy Krishna prem. And Sukadeva Goswami are taking darshan. Jam prabhajanta manvita vita kristam daipana virha katura ajuhavo putreta tanmaya karovi nedu tam sarvabhuta hridayam muni manatosme. Guru Tattva is very confidential. Diksha Guru, Siksha Guru, Bhajan Siksha Guru, what is called? Bhatma Padarshak Guru, Mentorship Guru also. Mahanta Guru. Guru Tattva is very confidential and very complicated also. Not easy to understand. Just to understand, Guru Tattva, Akhanda Guru Tattva is Baladev Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. My Gurudev, he is the manifestation of Nityananda. How do you think this? Chaitanya Bhagavat Vrindavan Das Thakur very clearly explained. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami or so many glorifications about Nityananda Prabhu. Read this. So what they Nitaya Karuna Havi Braji Radha Krishna Pavi Dharo Nitai Charana Dukhan. Very carefully hold the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Guru Padma. This is the Akhanda Guru Tattva, undivided Guru Dev. Just coming back this way. Then coming third stage of Uttam Bhagavat. Who is that? Murchita Kasai Sadhu. Sadhu Sangha. First I told Bhagavat Parshad Deha Prapta. Narada Rishi. In the maidservant, son of the Srimad Bhagavatam explained the conversation between Vyas and Narad. Vyas Narada Sambhav. Narada Rishi himself told, Hey Vyasdev Goswami, listen my life history. And how did I attain Krishna Prema Bhakti? And just a briefly told Narada Rishi was a very small baby. And then his father left body. Then his mother nourishment to him. Small. And working some person house and any house, she maintained herself and to Narada Rishi. Once in Chaturmasya, 4 months, sadhu is not that traveling. That time 4 months, especially in India, that 4 months is called rainy season. So sadhu is not traveling. So that time some sadhu they came very close in their village. So Narada Rishi's mother, now he told my mother, every day she used to go to sadhu darshan, taking darshan to sadhu. And my mother, sometimes she served to sadhu something, this cleaning and brooming the courtyards of the sadhu where sadhu are sitting. Just simple way. Now she told that time I was only, how old are? 5 years old. And also with us. Just to clean their pot, something this. But I be attentively listen. Sadhu's Hari Katha. My Gurudev told, bona fide sadhu will be pleased with you if you listen Harikatha. Then, if you $1,000, $1 million, bona fide sadhu will not happy with you. Bona fide sadhu bona fide sadhu and guru will be happy if you listen his Harikatha. Sadhu looking. Who is listening my Harikatha? Huh? India, we are speaking this way. Srota. Srota means listeners. 3 types of srota. One is be attentively listen, that is called srota. And another is called sarota. Sarota means one kind of instrument cutting the betel nut. That is also Sanskrit. That is also what is called the sarota. That means some they are coming Harikatha, actually they are not listening Harikatha. Just sitting very far and talking. Cutting the betel nut. They are not listening, no interest. Just is this thing, and they start talk about the mundane talk. Understand? I'm not criticizing, but India we are looking this. Sometimes we are speaking this. That is also sarota. Not sarota. Look like same sound, but different. Understand? A third is called. Another is called sota. Sota means coming Harikatha and sleeping. But you have to become perfect. Srota means listen. Listen in this ear and keep in your heart. That is called srota. So Narada he told, every day I used to come in that place and with my mother and listen Harikatha. Maybe everything cannot understand. This is true. This is the transcendental. Madhurya Kadava. If you read, if you speak, and if you listen, every what you cannot understand. Bhagavad Vibhu. Prati Akshar, Prati Sloke, Nana Artha Koi. Bhagavad is great. Lord is great. Every single word, there are many meanings will come, many commentaries will come. How do you understand everything? You cannot understand everything according to your mundane mind. Nayanath Mahaprabhu Rabbana no Bahuna Sutino, Jomi Visubrinte, but this is other Tibrunte, you may not understand everything, but it's true. But you have to listen. Sunite, Horsi Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Again and again listen. Then you will understand. Why not? One day you did not utter mom. Ma. Then mom. One day you are not walk. Your mother hold your hand and what is called? Make you guide you how to walk. Many times you fall down. Sometimes you also hold the wall and try to stand up. You also fall. So in the same way, everything can understand this. That means I can understand, I cannot listen. No, you have to listen. And may not understand everything. Why possibly understand? Because this is transcendental. Krishna Nam, Krishna Katha. This is transcendental. Atasti Krishna Namadino, Bhavat Grajendri, Sevanamaki Jihadu, Swami was protected. You may not understand everything. That's true. That means I cannot listen. You cannot say this word. So Narada is told, by be attentively listen. What's happening? For this sadhu, they are very pleased with me. Bhagavad Smriti. Sadhu, bona fide sadhu will be pleased with you if you listen.
Harikatha.
This is important. You read somehow. So, for this regard, that sadhu is very pleased with me. And every day I took their remnants. Bhakta Bada Dhuliyar, Bhakta Bada Jal, Bhakta Bhakta Se 3 sadhaner bol. 3 hoite prema hoy, Sarva Shastre Pukariya koi. If you want to enter Shuddha Bhakti, you just to follow the 3 things. You take the remnants of sadhu. Bhakta Uchishta. Bhakta Padadhukta Jal, put bathing water of sadhu. Or Bhakta Padadhuli, Bhakta Padajal, Bhakta
Padadhuli, dust.
The dust sadhu. This is very powerful. And Vishwas Kariya Bhai Tinera Karar Sevan, with firm faith, you accept the 3 things. I am not saying Chaitanya Charitamrita Krishna Das. explanation. So now this is all. Every day I took their remnants. So Anumoditam. Then somebody prays with me. I don't want to go back my home. I want to stay with Sadhu. Because everybody wants what will give me love. You want what two things? Who give me? Love. So sadhus, they are so much loving. Sadhu not giving any money to you, not fruits, nothing. Sadhu gives love to your Harikatha. Sadhu, this is love, not other things. Mahaprabhu told, because Krishna heard his name, King Prataprudra, I am beggar, Bhikhari. What things I will give to you? You read Chaitanya Charitamrita, the meeting of King Prataprudra and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the giving of the Ratha Yatra. When Chaitanya, King Prataprudra, he recited his verse, Gopi Gita, right? Taba kathamritam tapta jivanam kavi viriritam kalmasahabam Sravana mangalam Srimadatam Bhulginanti te Bhurida jana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu closed his eyes. And when King Prataprudra recited the verse, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first he told, I will never touch king. I never want to see king. But when King Prataprudra, he decided, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced to him and told, what things I give to you? Krishna prem. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki. So Narad Rishi, just I finished my katha. Narad Rishi he told. And so much love and affection with the sadhus. What is that? They are very katha. None other things. I don't want to go back my home, but my mother by force took her. No, Narad. Now, night time, you have to come back. Narad Rishi told my mother, she is very attached with me. By force, he. Then every day I prayed to Lord, for my mother is obstacles to get association with Sadhu. I want to associate with Sadhu, I want to stay with Sadhu. This is what
Yes,
I want to stay with Sadhu. By my mother, by force death. Narad, come. Then I pray to Lord. Okay, Lord, please, I want to associate Sadhu. Then one day, my prayer, Lord, listen. One day, evening time, my mother, she was, what is it?
Milking cow.
Milking cows. Then one black serpent, Krishna serpent, no? Bite her back. Then she left body. Then now she told, I am very happy. My mother left body. My mother died. I am very happy. Why? Because no one stopped me to get association with Sadhu. Now she told, then I left my house and also traveled with the Sadhus. And I went all the pilgrimage places of India. Godavari, Tapti, Narmada. All I took bath. I get association with different sadhus and chanting holy names. And that time sadhu also gave me one mantra, that's it for it. Om Namo Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I chanted this mantra and also with sadhu. And so much happiness comes in my heart. And one day I pray to Lord, hey Lord, please give me darshan. I want to direct to take darshan you. Take darshan to that. Then one day Lord, he also listened my prayer. Then just lightning coming from the sky. 1 second, lightning. Then I saw Lord's very nice, beautiful form, Narayan. Sankha Chakra Gada Padmadhari Vishnu. Vajantamara. Srimad Bhagavad explained. When I saw the beautiful form of Lord, then I fainted. I don't know how long, completely fainted. When I returned back my consciousness, then I remembered the beautiful form of Lord. Then again I prayed, hey Lord, please give me darshan. Then aerial sound, divine sound came. Narad, not possible. When you give up this your material body, Panchabhatik Sarira. Avattam, Panchabhati Sarira. When you give up this material body, and you receive the transcendental body of Prakita Sarir, then you come my abode Vaikuntha Dham, then you can just keep patient. Dhajya dharan karo, keep. And from that day, I was thinking, I will not stay with him. I will stay where? In the forest. Because Shastra saying, Vanastu Satiko Vaso. Stay in the forest. That is called Satik Vas. Satik Vas, understand? Stay in mood of goodness. Actually, this is Kalkiyuan. Now this is called the Mochikata. Because Shastra says, no, only you stay with the sadhu. But now this is saying, no, I will stay alone in the forest.
Muchikaswai means some impediment.
This
His
is
impediment was that he was attached to being in the forest, which is mode of goodness. That was his impediment.
this. Understand? But he is Uttam Mahabhagavat. But Uttam, Madhyam, Uttam Kanishta. Now this is first Bhagavad Parshad Deha Prapta. That is called Uttam Mahabhagavat. Then Sukadev Goswami. Then Uttam Madhyam. Then again now this is this stage. This is also explained this way. Example, Uttam. But both, all these three also Uttam Mahabhagavat. Just to take darshan to Navadisi, take darshan to Sukadeva Goswami, pray manifesting what? So for this regard, Natam Das Thakur said, Tokhana Mamar Kana Nahul Janam. Why didn't I take bath that time? If would I take bath that time, just taking his darshan, primarily manifesting my heart, no need bhajan sadhana, nothing. But how will you get the association that of sadhu? Different is Sukriti. Same first coming, I quoted this verse, Bhaktistu Bhakta Savina Pariyayate Satsanga Prapati Kumbhi Sukriti When your Sukriti, Vidha Sukriti mature and accumulated, then you get the association sadhu. Udasan sadhu then step by step. Sadhu Sangha also, different kinds of sadhus. And what is the meaning of the sadhu Sangha? Madhuji Kadani again explain. Rupa Goswami Pad quoted. What do you mean? Sadhu Sangha, Swajatya Asay Siddha Satovari Srimad Bhagavata Namaru Asadhati. You have to get association sadhu which would like meditation. That is another stage. Understand?
Similar mode.
Similar mode this way. Sadhu. Many sadhus, many kinds of sadhus. But at this similar mode. Same mode. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to distribute not ordinary things. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed what things? Gopi Prem. Among the Gopi Prem there is a Manjari Bhav. Very clearly explained this way. Anarpita Charing Chirat Karuna Avatirna Karu Samarpetu Unnatu Ujjalasan Sabhakti Sriyam. In this explanation very clearly, you read Gurudev Grantha. Explain this way. Mahaprabhu has come to distribute this as a Manjari Bhav. That means one's heart full of these types of mode Manjari Bhav. You have to get associated with it. That types of sadhu. Many kinds of sadhu. All sadhus also do pranam. All they are Uttam Bhagavad. Understand? But you get association that way. Anaradha Radha Padam Vajarenu Anasita Vinda Patavi Tat Padankam Asambhasa Tadabhava Gambhira Chitta Kutasama Sindhu Rasasavagaho. If you want to submerge in the highest of different love of Radha Krishna, then you have to follow the three things, three principles. You have to absolutely, completely one pointed with Srimati Radhika, Radha Darshan. This is your energy, this is your goal. Second, you have to stay in Vrindavan. Or third, you have to associate with that kind of sadhu whose heart is completely, absolutely full of Brajaras. Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavita Mati Kriyatam Yadi Kutavi Rabhate Tatravi Lulla Mullam Janmakadi Sukritam Rabhate. This nice explanation is what we say to you. If I tell you, you may understand or not. But this is true. Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavita. One's heart completely, absolutely full of Brajaras. As the Gurudev gave an example, you take the Rasgulla from the juice. And Rasgulla is also this juice also dropping. In the same way, that sadhu, one heart full of Brajarash. Brajabha, Brajape, Krishna Bhakti Rasahasamati, Kriyadanjali Kutabhi Bhakti. How much money you pay for him? You buy this prem. How much? No, lobha rupi mula. Just to pay your greed. Lobha. Gorvinda Maharaj said lobha. Lobha means greed. I have to listen to this katha. Sweet pastimes of different Rama Krishna katha. So saying this, yes, try to. This is your aim and object. The sadhu sangha. What kinds of sadhu? This types of sadhu. And was completely full of Brajarash and Tattva Siddhanta also there. Not only the Radhe, 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 Radhe. Also Tattva Siddhanta.
Kriyatam yadi kutopi labite? Labite?
Labhate means what?
I'm asking. Kriyatam yadi kutopi
Kriyat. You also buy. How will buy? Then the greed, pay your greed. But how will the greed will come? Not so easy. Where will greed will come? Greed is coming from this mercy of Guru and Krishna. Lobha. Not so easy. Real lobha, perfect lobha is coming from Guru and Krishna. That's the lobha bhakti. Vaidhi bhakti may be attained, but Raganuga bhakti not so easy. You read what is called Vishwanath Chakravarti part again. Rag Vartma Chandrika. Rag Vartma Chandrika also explained this way. One kind of bhakti is called Vaidhi bhakti, another is called Raganuga bhakti. Raganuga bhakti, another name is also Lobhamai bhakti. Lobhamai bhakti, lobh, greed. But this greed will coming from the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati Kriyatam. Kriyatam means you buy. How will buy? Lobha rupi mulla. Just to pay your greed. Not so easy to greed will come. Understand? So serve is Guru and Krishna. Guru Seva, Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Seva. Then this can be manifest in your heart. Everything is in your heart. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem. Shraddha Kavu Noy. Sravanadi Suddha Chitte Karva Udoy. You have everything. Just to listen. And that will be manifest in your heart. When you mature, then everything manifests. Why not? Just to practice bhakti. Serve Guru and Vaishnava. Collect Sukriti. This life, collect Sukriti. More and more. Serve Guru and Vaishnava. Make garland, bring flowers, make garland over to Thakurji. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal. So Madhurya Kadambani explain how you get sadhu sangha, then bhajana kriya and anartha nivritti. Bhajana kriya also, two types of bhajana kriya. Time is over, I have to do it. Whole night and this whole Madhurya Kadambani. Bhajana kriya, two kinds of bhajana. One is called Nishtita Bhajan, another is called Anishtita Bhajan. Steadiness and unsteadiness Bhajana Kriya. Unsteadiness Bhajana Kriya again 6 types. Maybe next I will tell you. First is called Utsahamani. Utsahamani means that is called false enthusiastic coming in the heart of the new fighting body. When Guru gives Diksha mantra and he chants it, Gurudev told, every day we chant 64 chant holy name. How many rounds? Okay, morning 2 rounds, evening 2 rounds. No, Gurudev, I chant 16 rounds. Then, no, Gurudev, I chant 64 rounds. So much enthusiastic. Understand? And as like Brahman Bhavai, he goes to the school, Sanskrit, and in the beginning, very easy to learn. Sanskrit, some thing. Then you then did and hard, then very difficult. One is very difficult to memorize. And then he does not want to go to school. In the beginning, very quick. You know, a small baby go to school. Very easy. Mom, when will go to school? When will go to school? When my bus will come? When will come? Very easy. Enthusiastic. You can ask your son, Very easy. When will go? Or when will go to school after today? Then lesson is 1 by 2nd statement. That is called giver. Ghana Tarala. So first is called Sahui, second Ghana Tarala. And sometimes it is something.
Can you repeat the first one?
Utsahamai. You read Madhya. Utsahamai. So much enthusiastic coming. And servicing. Guru, Vaishnava, Thakur Seva. They think I have no time. 24 hours, never to sleep. And chanting 64 rounds. Sweeping. And he thinking, one day I will attain to Krishna praying. Big Gurudev told. So much. Then after a few months, then we will learn Shastra. And very difficult to learn. Dharma Khetri, Kuru Khetri. Hey, first floor, Gita. Maybe 100 times read. Then Gurudev, hey, stand up. What the first floor was in Bhagavad Gita? Dharma Khetri. And his cloth automatically you are contaminated. Yeah, I saw this in our Mathura Math, many also brahmacharis. Every day read Bhagavad Gita. Okay, tomorrow, and all you learn, first look is Bhagavad Gita. They take one brahmachari. And tell, what the slope? You go to Dharma Khetri. Then he finish. Again he also what? And whole day he also recite this sloka Dharma Khetri, Kuru Khetri, Samavita, Utsava, Mamaka, and Vastaiva, Kima, Kurvata, Arjuna. Then when it will coming in the class, then Gurudev told, hey, you know, our Gurudev bound Nan Goswami. His 2 eyes always is one. Very blue eyes always moving. Stand up! Gurudev speaks very as like a lion roaring. Stand up! First we got it. Second. Okay. Okay. I saw you. They go, Muthuramat, I cannot stay in Muthuramat. Go to another. Night time, he took his bedding and left Balavinda. And think also, you can ask yourself also. Many things will come. So much enthusiastic come. Then thick and thin. That is called Ghana Tarala. And sometimes chanting holy name 16 rounds, sometimes 5 rounds, sometimes 10 rounds, sometimes 0 rounds. Sometimes you chanting your Gayatri mantra, sometimes not chanting Gayatri mantra. No! Every day you have to chant Gayatri mantra for that time. I know many devotees, they are not chanting Gayatri mantra. Or some also have the plate coming here, Gayatri mantra, chapati to chapati. You understand? Utsamai, this is Utsamai Ganatarala. Buddha Vikalpa, third stage, that is called Buddha Vikalpa. Indecision stage. What to do, not to do. In my life, I will enter the house of life or I will become brahmachari. It could not take decision. Sometimes thinking, okay, brahmachari life is the best life. Sometimes, no, house of life is the best life. Look this, Madhuri, a very nice place, if I tell you this. Oh, why not? Dhruva, what is it called? All our previous acharya, most of the guys. Dhruva, Prahlad, they were Grihastha. Ambarish Maharaj was Grihastha. Srivas Thakur, most of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprasad, they were Grihastha. So why not I will become Grihastha? Why not do bhajan and sadhana? Then some, again also another sloka is coming. Prahlad Maharaj told, household life is as like deep dark waterless well. Tat sahad manya usujon, sada samudurna dhyam, asata grahat, hitvatma patam, grihanda kupam. Anda kupa. Guru Govinda Maharaj, anda kupa. There's a blind well. And dark, if it alone never come. No, household life is not best life. Best life is a brahmacharya. Sometimes also this. That is called Buddha Vikalpa. That is called indecision stage. Has to say, no, you have to take decision in your life. What you will do? Yeah? You want to become brahmachari? One-pointed brahmachari. Not chasing behind the opposite sex. No girlfriend, not boyfriend, nothing to be nonsense. And one-pointed. First to take decision. You understand? Now one day thinking, okay, I love you. Then I kill you. Then I
Love you.
divorce you. Huh? What is your love? That is not. First is saying, okay, I love you, Facebook. I love you. And then I leave you. And then I kill you. And then divorce you. No, Shastra saying, you have to take decision. And so now this is called, what did he say? Buddha indecision stage. His mind hesitates what to do, not to do. And third, fourth. And in fourth stage, that is called Niyamakshama. Niyama Akshama Niyachana. Unable to maintain all the rules and regulations of the scriptures. That's called Niyama Akshama. Eh? You take vow every day. Eh? I will chant Holy Name 64 rounds. But sometimes sickness coming, very difficult to chant. 64 rounds. Sometimes you're thinking every day I will take bath in the Ganges, Jamuna, but some sickness coming. So you vow. Not possible. Niyama Aksham. Fifth stage, that is called Niyamakshama. Vishaya Sanghara. Sanghara means struggling to the enjoying the sense gratification. And sometimes thinking, from today, I will follow all the rules and regulations. I will not enjoy any kind of material sense gratification. From today, I will not watch what is called television, TV. That nonsense to me. Only mundane talk. News coming, who left body, who is where flight coming, who there are many politics. No need to. Oh, stop. From today, I will not enjoy any kind of material sense. Until chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then after a few days, you were feeling, oh, mind very disturbed, completely dry. Your taste not coming. Okay, today nobody here. I am alone. Okay, watch. Today class is you have computer. Phone. Come to watch it. Okay, I say, from today I will not to connect with any my Facebook. No friends. Delete. Okay, not for you. How are you? I love you. Actually, this is his cause here. Besides Sanghara. Sanghara means sometimes he defeats to enjoy sense gratification, sometimes he You understand? This is Sanskrit word that is called Visay Sanghara. From today, I will not eat any kinds of delicious food. Mahaprabhu told, Bhalona khaibe ar bhalona puribe, omani manadeha krishna nam sadalebe. You don't eat very expensive, delicious food. Okay, I follow the instruction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told me, Bhalona khaibe. I will not wear very expensive, silken, gorgeous clothes. All my almari I throw. So, give donation to people. But they, no. Keep one at least. This is Sanghara. To enjoy, to struggling to enjoy the material. Sometimes he did it, sometimes he conquered. Then sixth stage, this is very dangerous. That is called, what is called? Tarangarangini.
Boga Tiaga.
He is Tarangarangini. Taranga means is what? Waves. He is dancing in the waves of the ocean of and name, fame, and reputation. But this is true. If you little bit practice Suddha Bhakti, everybody will give so much respect to you. Give so many also garlands, name, fame, reputation will come. If you speak very nice, 1,000 people also are making clouds. What are you speaking? Eh? Maharaj, I never heard this katha. You are Uttam Uttam Mahabhagavan. And if you little bit shedding your tears, then you will thinking, oh, he is Uttam Uttam Mahabhagavan. And everyone will give respect. And he is Prem Bhakta, he is completely attained highest prem. But he did not know what is the symptom of Bhava prem. Khandra Bhatta Kalatam Vrakti Manasannata Asabandha Samatkanta Namagane Sadaruchi Asikta Gunana Praditas Vasadi Stade Ittarya Surata Bhavan Krijan. This sprout of Bhav, how possible the praying attained? Even the sprout of Bhav Mood manifests oneself. That 8 or the 9 external symptoms will come. Bhakti Rasamrita simply explain this. Generally you go to India. Many also the false devotees. And when speaking Katha, Babaji Sampradaya Sahaja, shedding tears. Tabu Katham Hitam Thokto Jivano. Cry. Gopi Bhav come. Then after Harikatha, then ha. Do you have? This is Bhav or prem? Nothing. Stupid nonsense. Enjoying self. So I say, because Vishwanath Chakravarti Madhuri Kajman read this way. Very clearly explained. Because this is the nature of bhakti also. If you little bit, that's a put tilak. Kantimala. Everybody touch with it. Oh, you are Vaishnava. You have still nothing. Everybody think, oh, you are Bhagavad. You are Vaishnava. And who is Vaishnava? What is the symptom of Vaishnava? Ke Vaishnava? Who is Vaishnava? Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada wrote an article. Who is Vaishnava? How do you know he is Vaishnava? This symptom. Kanaka Kamini, Pratishtha Bhagini, Chariya Sejari, Seta Sutta Vaishnava. Look this. One who completely free from the three things. Name, fame, reputation, sense gratification, all kinds of these things. Is Sutta Vaishnava. So, but this is why I say, because this is the nature of bhakti. Little bit practice bhakti, everyone will give respect to you. But those are pure devotees. And if you receive everything, offer to Guru and Krishna. If you give garland, then in your mind, offer to Guru. They are not giving this garland to me. This garland is the remnants of my Gurudev, remnants of Krishna. I offer to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. I'll be thinking, okay, I spoke very nicely, but this regard they gave me. They gave me a lot of donations. No! Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything you have to serve to Krishna. Guru and Krishna. Otherwise you are cheating propensity. You are cheating the people. Enjoying the sense gratifications. Try to understand this philosophy. I sometimes honestly tell you, 22 years old, I'm traveling around the world. In my life, I never spent $1 to spending dollar to buy one glass of water. If devotee will give, is enough. I never then buy one glass of water spending. Many times also flight delay, many hours, many times in my life, many I am traveling around the world. 22 and 97 now. How many years? 20. I honestly tell you, I never spent $1 to spend to buy one glass of water. I never spent. What do you think? I offered to Gurudev. Now Gurudev is not. I never. Because I am thinking everything belongs to Krishna. They not give to me. They give me for Krishna's seva. They serve to Krishna. Why you enjoying for my senses? Eh? Krishna will learn. Krishna will give water to me. Eh? Understand? You have to try to follow these things. Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna Seva. Govinda Seva. Stand for Krishna, Gurudev. Guru Seva, Krishna Seva. Vaishnava Seva. Eh? Many also devotees give me many kinds of fruit, this thing. I give you. Take this. Eh? If devotee will give what man have need to maintain my body, I give. One chapati enough for me. They give me many. Huh? Many kinds of fruits, many. Whatever need, they give. They say, take it. Only you think this isavasa sarvavidam jat kinchan jagattam jagat tena tata bhanjita mahavrija kasya siddha. Everything belongs to Krishna. You have to Krishna Seva, Govinda Seva, Vaishnava Seva, Guru Seva. Madhurya Kadmani Vishnu Chakravarti very clearly explained this. Eh? So for this regard also explained, besides Taranga, no. You never cure the influence of mind. This is important in life. And chant holy names, Sadguru and Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's the finish, no need more. So Adu Shuddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, two kinds of Bhajana Kriya. Nishtita Bhajan and Anishtita Bhajan. But first I told Anishtita Bhajan, unstatement. Then Anishtita Bhajan, then coming. Now, Adu Shuddha, Tato Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nipriti. That Maharaj also explained how to free from four kinds of Anartha. Duskritu Anartha, Sukritu Anartha, Bhakti Anartha, Aparad Anartha, Sarup Brahm, Hidad Rubulla, Aparad, Asat Krishna. Many things are there. As Madhurya Kadmani very clearly explained this. Then Nishtita Bhajan. Then steadiness will come. After Nishtha, then Ruchi, so much taste will come. Ruchi also again two times. Then Vastu Vaisishta Apekshini, Vastu Vaisishta Anupekshini, Nishtha Ruchi. Then Asakti, deep attachment to serve Guru and Vaishnava and Harinam. Asakti. After Asakti, then you will come the stage of Bhava-dasa. Stage of Bhava. These things. I mean, what is the, how do you know this Bhava? These things. Sutta Sattva Visatma Prema Sujjam Sambhava Ruchi Vichittas Marchina Kidato Bhava Uchyati. Then Bhav, then after Bhava-dasa, then Prema-dasa is attained to Prema-dasa. Then Prema again two types. One is called Vipralambha, another is called Sambho. Meeting, separation and meeting. And in Madhurya Kadmani, 8 chapters very nicely explain all these philosophies. Tattva Siddhanta and Panchaguru Kripa Sindhu Adhika Bhavo Vaishnava Jai Gurudev. Just very quickly do Arati. Because I took time. My nature also is very difficult to stop myself. My tongue always works. Want to speak. This is the nature, man. Okay, so just like Gurudev ki jai. Then Arati, and you also distribute the prasadam. Thank you for your kindness. Give me opportunity to speak Hari Katha. And also, this Madhusmita Radha, this book also, if you want to buy, if you want to take this book, is very nice book. This is Srimati Radhika's most of the childhood pastimes. I collected different Puranas and also Radha Tattva is there. And mostly you know Krishna's childhood pastimes, Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna killed many Asuras, Putana, and Sakadasur, Tinavartha. But very people they know, but very few people they know about Srimati Radhika's childhood pastimes. So I also collected different Puranas and Tattva Srimati Radhika's childhood pastimes. How Srimati Radhika she killed also many demons. And you can say they also there. And also Tattva Siddhanta is there, Radha Tattva, And the 9th chapter, very confident of the Radha Sukha. Good. My offense.
I want to stop. Please interrupt you, sir.
Huh?
I want to stop.
There's some books in the back if anyone's interested on the table.
No, this is the one that's Narayan's looking for. We can get you one.
Amen.